Here we go, gang! Pennsylvania has officially begun their own state audit modeled after Maricopa County. That's right! In this video, we're going to take a look at the subpoenas that have just been issued to collect data on all 6 million registered voters in the Keystone State. We're going to look at the desperate but futile attempts by Democrats to stop it. And stick with me to the very end of this video, where I'll reveal why we don't even have to wait for any results either from Arizona or Pennsylvania, because the audits have already dramatically changed the political landscape for 2024. You're not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Steve here with you. Great to be with you. As always, I am your daily fake news antidote. As each and every day, I provide patriotic analysis to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Gang, I've got a final tease for you today. I got a major announcement coming. I've got some news to share with you that's an absolute game changer. For this channel. If you've been with us now for some time, you are going to be so excited about this announcement. It's unlike anything we've ever done before. So I'm going to give you the big reveal in the next day or so make sure to stay tuned. Finally, let's give a huge shout out to the sponsor of this video, and that's our good friends over at Noble Gold. With all the volatility in the market, there's simply never been a better time to start a gold or silver IRA in your portfolio, and the amazing staff over at Noble Gold are ready to help you in any way that they can. And if that's not incentive enough, Noble Gold is gifting a 5-ounce America the Beautiful silver bullion coin with every qualifying IRA or 401k rollover. So don't wait. Click on that link below or give them a call at 877-646-5347. Make sure to mention my name, Dr. Steve Turley, and let's ride that gold wave together. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. The GOP-dominated Pennsylvania State Senate has taken a decisive step toward initiating their own Arizona-style audit of the 2020 election results. The State Senate Intergovernmental Operations Committee voted along party lines to authorize 17 sweeping subpoenas that are in effect demanding all communications records between state election officials and election officials in every county. So they want to see what transpired between centralized state election officials and the more dispersed and localized election officials throughout the state. And the subpoenas will force the gathering of the name, address, and partial social security number of every single registered voter in the state as of last November, which constitutes 6.9 million voters. As I said, it's a sweeping series of subpoenas, and the Democrats have already said that they intend to challenge the legality of the subpoenas in court. But given the precedent in Arizona and Maricopa County, it's not likely the Democrats are going to get anywhere with these court challenges. State legislatures constitutionally have what's called the sole plenary authority to conduct elections in the time, place, and manner of their own choosing, and a vote audit is certainly an extension of such plenary authority. It's also very interesting. For months now, the state Senate President Jake Corman has been a rabid anti-Trumper. You know, he's a Republican, but he's been very vocal in opposing the MAGA movement and the transformation of the GOP into the Patriot Party, especially in Pennsylvania. Perhaps most infamously, a few weeks back, Corman removed our good friend Senator Doug Mastriano from his role in leading the 2020 election forensic audit. He actually went on to fire Mastriano's entire Capitol staff, which essentially shut down his office. But somewhere along the way, Corman had to change a heart, if a career politician has a heart. And now he's all in with the audit. I wonder what could it be that he's up for re-election next year? And if he stands a chance of winning again, he's going to have to appease an increasingly MAGA-dominated Republican Party, right? So what do you know? Now that the subpoenas have gone out, it is highly likely that they will survive any court battles and are just there, which are, by the way, just there to delay the inevitable. Then the Senate will commission a private third-party vendor like the Cyber Ninjas in Maricopa County to carry out the audits. Now, of course, the mainstream media is dismissing this whole thing as nothing more than a comical farce. In fact, the ultra-leftists over at the Philadelphia Inquirer actually have a formal statement as to why they refuse to call the audit an actual audit. They refuse to use the term because, quote, there's no indication it would follow the best practices or the common understanding of an audit among non-partisan experts. Oh, the expert class. That's right. They're making and appeal to the expert oligarchy. But then again, this is the same mainstream media that's gaslighting and justifying an unelected military officer dictating foreign policy. I mean, you literally have left-wing activists disguised as journalists defending the notion that Milley's circumventing the Constitution was actually a defense of democracy. Be that as it may, the audit will be chaired by Senator Chris Dush, who, along with Doug Mastriano, visited and toured the operations in Maricopa County and was so impressed that he vowed to bring it to Pennsylvania as well. And now it appears that he has. So Pennsylvania is now officially initiating their own Maricopa-style audit. Now, we should note that the subpoenas ordering the registration records of all 6.9 million voters in Pennsylvania is a marked departure from what Doug Mastriano wanted to do. Mastriano wanted a much more laser-focused, limited audit of 3 counties, Philadelphia, York, and Tioga counties. He sent county officials letters from the Senate requiring them to turn over election materials over the summer. And that included ballots, voting machines, counting equipment, mail-in ballot envelopes, mail-in ballot applications. So hopefully that's what we're going to see with this new audit push once a third-party vendor is commissioned to conduct the audit. As we've talked about before on these videos, and we're still, of course, awaiting results from the Maricopa County audit, but what interests me in all of this is the kind of momentum that's growing from these audits. Take a look at this from the far left Slate.com. It's absolutely panic piece on Steve Bannon's so-called precinct strategy. What's really panicking the left here is the way these audits are functioning to galvanize patriots to start absolutely proliferating local GOP precincts to oversee elections. Since Bannon announced the campaign, this strategy to basically take over election supervision positions, nearly 10,000 patriots have signed up and taken over GOP precincts, all but guaranteeing that the next elections are going to be governed at the grassroots level, at the level of the local precinct, by MAGA-loving patriots. This is absolutely huge. And again, the left is utterly panicked over this. They're panicked that patriots have effectively, in their words, infiltrated the American electoral system so as to secure election integrity. And the left is utterly horrified over this. So that's one element of the kind of political momentum that's being generated by these audits. And in addition to that, it looks like we're starting to see more and more states ready to conduct their own audits. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Arizona Republican State Senator Wendy Rogers recently revealed that upwards of 8 different state delegations have come out to visit and observe the audit in Maricopa County. And that suggests that there really is the possibility that we might be seeing what some are calling an avalanche of audits throughout the nation. And so what we need to keep an eye on here is how many more states are going to join Arizona and Pennsylvania in issuing subpoenas and begin the formal process for a full forensic audit. If Wendy Rogers is talking 8 states here, this could be a real game changer. The other thing to watch for is the extent to which the results of these audits, when they finally come in, decimate any semblance of legitimacy that the Biden presidency still has. Needless to say, Biden's poll numbers are literally in the gutter. I mean, they're abysmal. And that even includes clear attempts by the media to prop him up by rigging the polls, oversampling Democrats, fishy weighting adjustments, all that kind of stuff. And the Democrats are poised to get utterly decimated in the upcoming midterms. But the key here is the extent to which this drip-drip effect of these audits continues to undermine Biden's perceived legitimacy in more and more voters' eyes who didn't even vote for him. When all is said and done, these audits are being conducted to drive a stake through the political heart of Biden to prevent him from passing his far-left Marxist agenda in the Senate. And the more Republicans can politically wound him, the weaker the far-left agenda becomes. So that's really the key here. These audits, and of course, pending the results, are for the purpose of not just getting to the truth of the matter, but also in the process politically paralyzing Biden, who of course is already doing that quite well himself. So as we await the results of Maricopa County and as Pennsylvania begins their own audit, in many respects, we could say the results are already in. The audits have already dramatically changed the political landscape for 2024, thus realizing the far left's worst fears. Now, before you go, you want to definitely check out a video I did on what to expect what will happen if the Maricopa County audit finds that Trump actually won. What can we expect to be the ramifications of those findings? You're going to find that video absolutely fascinating. So make sure to click on the link, and I'll see you over there. God bless.